Author and Bible teacher. Today I want to share with you a verse from my absolute favorite psalm and one that has been a constant prayer in my life. It's Psalm 42 verse 1, and the psalmist writes, "As a deer pants for flowing streams, so pants my soul for you, O God." Now this writer specifically is in a pocket of despair. Some have said perhaps even depression. And he's wrestling with this tension of feeling very real sadness, but also knowing that he can't stay there. So in the tension, he's sort of getting a hold of himself by doing one thing. He's choosing to focus on God. And I love the way that he paints this picture of a deer panting for flowing streams, because it's a clear picture of desperation, of needing one thing. And in this case, the deer simply needs water, but not just any water. It needs fresh flowing streams. This is how the psalmist likens his need for God. He is desperate. Now, maybe you're exhausted from running yourself spent, or you're in a dry season and you're craving something fresh. The way to be satisfied is by getting into his presence, which means even if you don't feel like getting to the ground on your knees and crying out to God, that's the very thing that you must do. Like, the psalmist understands pain, but he also understands that he can't stay there, that he can't be led by his emotions. And if you and I are going to be led by our emotions, we will rarely feel like getting a hold of ourselves and going to God. So that doesn't work. We are called to be in communion with the holy God. That is the urgent need of our soul. He alone is the urgent need of our soul. And that world is stagnant water, which is a breeding ground for disease. But God is a fresh flowing stream of life. So let me ask you, are you desperate for God? So desperate that you'll do anything to get into his presence and be refreshed? I want to encourage you today to pull away, find a quiet place free from distractions, and cry out to God from that place of desperation, and you will see that God will fulfill your every need.